All right, you guys, welcome to the Noble L, the second show. Now, you guys know we've been over here doing some research. I know it's been a while since we posted. Um, so there's some stuff that was shared with us that you guys can go to the Securities and Exchange Commission to look the stuff up. Voloridge, Voloridge, Climate Change Fund, LP. This is the Securities and Exchange number 30-182-6613. There's also an Essex Climate Change Fund LLC, 301485, and then 885. And this is for those of you out there researching. You've written to us for some information and stuff. So we were looking some of the stuff up. There's quite a few of this Voloridge Climate Change Fund, Climate Change Fund Limited companies. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. There's a douche Climate Change Fixed Income, Q, PTP Trust, and then there's Securities and Exchange number ZZ 3 zeros. I don't know why that came up like that. 151, sorry. 4411. There's also their Fauci mark, A number, SIK 3 zeros, 1274617. We thought that was interesting. There's a CDC Corp number 3 zeros, 107 6770. And then we found the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, 3 zeros, 1663801. There's two corporations, one with common letters, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and one with all capital letters, which is the Bill R. Melinda Gates Foundation Trust. Thought that was interesting. Their number is 3 zeros, 1166559. There was also an NOO Resources Incorporated. It's 40760-784. We thought that was interesting. And there was a WHO License LLC, 3 zeros, and then 1659402. And yeah, we just found some interesting stuff that we thought was interesting. Now, some of you are out there reporting. We just posted on the original OG Noble L channel. You guys can go there and watch and listen to what she's got to say over there. And then we were sent some really great information about those of you out there having great success using the international bills of exchange. Kudos to you guys. I just think that's incredible. The transmitting utility is defined as transmitting utility agent utilized for the purpose of transmitting commercial activity for the benefit of the grantor, secured party, and exclusive agent with universal agency, a public agent serving as a conduit for the transmission of goods and services in commercial activity, a thing to interact, contract, and exchange goods, services, obligations, and liabilities in commerce with other debtors / grantees, corporations, and artificial persons, period. The debtor, capital D, as in dog, E as in Edward, B as in Bob, T as in Tom, OR / grantee is a legal entity according to the Uniform Commercial Code, UCC 9-105, 1 in brackets, N as in Nancy in brackets, common letter N. And in quotations, you've got transmitting utility. Then it goes on to say, means any person primarily engaged in the transmission of goods, 1 in brackets, by pipeline, 2 in brackets, ... in quotation. Then it goes on to read 9-105, 1 in brackets, H in brackets, the small common letter H. in quotation, goods also includes the unborn young of animals, in brackets it says humans, and growing crops. Then it goes on to read number 2, pipeline. N1 period A is in capital letter A, direct channel by which information is privately transmitted. American Heritage Dictionary, 1993, in quotations, transmit, period. To send or transfer from one person or place to another, or to communicate. State versus Robbins. I was listening to Mel Robbins. You guys should really listen to her. She's got this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule. Incredible to get the brain back functioning because there's science to how the brain works. State versus Robbins, 253. N period, capital N as in Nancy, period, capital C as in cat, period, 47, period, 116, S as in Sam, capital, period, E as in Edward, capital, period, 2, D as in dog, and then it's 192, comma, 193, period. In brackets, it says Black's Law Dictionary, 6th edition, and then it's utility, period. In patent law, a patent applicant must demonstrate that his invention performs some function that is of benefit to society. The utility requirement is in addition to the requirements of non-obviousness and novelty, period. With the birth certificate of the debtor, DEBTOR, capital letters, / grantee being registered in international commerce and having bonds sold on it, the debtor, capital DEBTOR / grantee, became the surety on the bonds, comma, or the pledge in quotations. The asset bonded surety is the energy in quotations or the labor of the debtor. Thus, the debtor grantee became the utility for the transmission of energy, designating the debtor as a transmitting utility and individual utility transmitting public and private debt. Debtor grantee is not claiming to be a public utility. All right, so I thought that was interesting. There was a couple more things that were shared with us, in addition to the fact that on Wikipedia you can go and type this in. You'll find that they have written about, let me see if I can bring it up here. You guys can see what I'm talking about. Yes, and welcome back, and thank you guys for commenting in the comment section. Hi, Tammy Grimes. We miss you. Thank you. Hi, Copper Aborigines, and all you guys who write to us, Kiki Smith and everybody. Thank you. This is the Bills and Exchange Act 1882 on Wikipedia, expressing this in less formal language. It is a written order form. One party, the drawer, to another, the drawee, to pay a specified sum on demand or on a specified date to the drawer or to a third party specified by the drawer. Contents, you guys can go to the Nobel channel for some more details as to how they managed to get the international bills of exchange accepted. Contents, section 3, it's in the last video I just created. Requires that the bills of exchange be written and signed in order to be enforceable. We'll put the link to that website, that channel, in the description below. Judicial consideration. Cases which have considered the application of the Bills of Exchange Act 1882 include Smith versus Lloyd's, TSB, that's Tom, Sam, Bob, Group, PLC, Peter, Larry, Cat, in brackets 2001, QB, that's Quilt, Bob, 541, and see also English contract law. All right, so I'll show you briefly what we've been working on recently. Here's the last video we just created. Someone was mentioning that in the original Bible, there was a section, I think it was, or it was called Q. I thought that was interesting. So the last video we made is Christ I Am. We just posted that, also known as Christian. Yeah, apparently the word we're talking about, the Zion Bank Corporation, and the signing of the Constitution, the signers of the Constitution, which some of them were listed on. They were listed on Wikipedia. However, we have a dictionary. We're talking about that, and we've just uploaded on BitChute. You guys can go to that. We'll put the link to that video in the description below, so you guys will be abreast of what's going on there. And yeah, so we wanted to read a little bit about the signers, and there's also the Declaration of Independence. And we also have in this dictionary, the dictionary, it's an encyclopedia. It's called the Webster's Comprehensive Dictionary Encyclopedia Edition. Really great book. It has the Constitution of the United States, Amendment, all of them, which is just incredible. So I'm really grateful to see this. I've been praying to get a copy of the Constitution, and here it is. It's a number of pages. Section 1, all legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in a Congress of the United States. I think we had posted some of what we received on YouTube in one of the other shows that we produced. The executive power, Article 2, the executive power shall be vested in a president of the United States of America. Then it goes on to read Section 3, Article 3, Section 1, the judicial power. The judicial power of the United States shall be vested in the Supreme Court. They're really long, you guys. It'll take me a really long time to go through each one, so I might post it on the other channel. Full faith and credit shall be given in each state. This is Article 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. This must also be about unlawful search and seizure. All right. And then Article 5, the Congress, wherever 2/3 of both houses shall deem it necessary, shall propose amendments to this Constitution. And then that's 4, 5, 6 is all debts contracted and engagements entered into before the adoption of the Constitution shall be valid against the United States under this Constitution. So, under the Confederation, as under the Confederation, the Constitution and the laws of the United States, which is why the international bills of exchange are accepted and must be accepted. Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws or any state to the contrary notwithstanding, the senators and the representatives mentioned and the members of the several states' legislatures and all the executive and judicial officers, both of the United States and of several states, shall be bound by oath, shall be bound by oath, shall be bound by oath or affirmation to the support of this Constitution, but no religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office of public trust under the United States. Then it goes on to read 7, the ratification of the conventions of 9 states, and then the amendments. Amendment 1, Congress shall make no law respecting and an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Our Amendment 2, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Amendment 3, no soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. Amendment 4, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue, but particularly prescribing the place to be searched and the persons to be seized. And it goes on to say, and it must be signed by a lawful judge and a lawful clerk with date, stamp, and seal, which goes back to the Clearfield Doctrine, 1861, coup d'etat, the 1942 Supreme Court case of Clearfield Trust Company versus the United States. We talked about that. You guys can go back to our older videos for that in more detail. Amendment 5, which no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment of indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land of naval forces or in the militia when in actual service in time of war or public danger. No, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall he be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. In all criminal, this is Amendment 6, in all criminal prosecutions, secured, the secured shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. Amendment 7. In suit at common law where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of common law. Excessive bail shall not be required. This is Amendment 8. So this one was Amendment 6 that we were reading prior. Amendment 8, excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishment inflicted. Amendment 9, the enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. Yes, and our lives have been placed in jeopardy. We require an advocate. We require guidance in the situation that we are dealing with currently. All right, now the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution nor prohibited by it to the states and are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. Keep this one short, guys. And then the judicial power of the United States. This is Amendment 11. The judicial power of the United States shall not be construed to extend to any suit in law or equity, uh, commenced or prosecuted against one of the United States by one of the United States by citizens of another state or by citizens or subjects of any foreign state. Amendment 12. So you guys can go on the Securities and Exchange Commission, type in any country, Germany, Iran, and you might be lucky enough to find a number on the Securities and Exchange for that corporation doing business as a country. Anyways, this goes on to Amendment 21. I don't have enough time to read it here, so I'm going to probably have it posted on one of our other channels. Once we do so, we will put that. No, it goes up to Amendment 26. Hang on, let me see. Yeah. And I also wanted to read the signers of the United States Constitution, so I may do that in another channel. And they also have in this book the Declaration of Independence, which I also wanted to read that as well, because that's also really good. In Congress, July 4th, 1776, the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. And you know what's interesting? The United States of America is written with a small u, a capital S for States of America. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth that separate an equal station to which the to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and property. And the first property is your physical body. And that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. So I really like that. We're gonna try to see if we get that read quickly and post that on another channel. And we will put it in the description below once we have completed it. I like this book because it has a lot of law information at the back of it and a lot of definitions to some of these words, even though some of the definitions in this particular edition is incorrect or misleading. But yeah, they've got you'd have to get some older dictionaries to get the proper definitions. And what I like about this, it's got the world's religion. And there's some religion here I've never even heard about. I didn't even know existed. This Zoroastrianism, Zoroastrianism, was founded in ancient Iran by a prophet. It's only one, probably in the 7th century BC. And there's a Shinto religion, and then it goes on to the regular ones of Judaism and what have you. But yeah, I love this book. Anyways, you guys like, share, subscribe. You guys have yourself a great day. Remember, you can write to us at themullings@gmail.com. You can join our online email group where we share really great stuff as it comes out. Lately, we've been sharing a lot of motivational stuff that's been sent to us recently. TD Jakes, Mel Robbins, some older guys that's been very successful. So you can email us to join our online email group at themullings@gmail.com. You can join our online tutor school class. We're still up to 13 assignments. Have not been divinely guided yet to go any higher. Here are the 2 YouTube channels, Nobel L II. You can write to us privately for a private email consultation where we might be guided to write on your behalf. And then to set off matters such as child support cases, mortgages, foreclosures, ticket citations, auto loans, student loans, warrants, utilities. I highly recommend if you guys can start creating those international bills of exchange, that might be the route to take there. And then those of you having to see an agent, this is all for nonviolent offenses, you guys. Seeing an agent, doing business, parole officers, as well as those of you in the churches doing business in jails. For nonviolent offenses, you can email us the GSA bond templates and the abatement affidavit and all the good stuff that we share with you guys here at themullings@gmail.com. And somebody wrote to us about delirium. I don't even know, you guys. Unless you can take delirium to the grocery store and change that in, I would just. Anyways, so it's the GSA bonds there, and you can write to us for the 1099 OID and to get back the finances they claimed you owed. And thank you to each and every one of you for your continued support to us here on this channel. You guys who wish to support us here, you can go to PayPal at themullings@gmail.com. And thank you. And remember, faith without works is dead. And yeah, we always like to put a hedge of protection around all that is good globally. And we always say, Donald Trump, the Army, the Navy, the military, and the Marines. And thank you to each and every one of you. And have yourself a great day. We're starting up our motivational speaking again. We started that years ago, about 30 plus years ago. That was our yeah, and I guess we have to get some life experiences between then and now. So it looks like we're going on that road again. So I'd like to do it virtual though. That's what I'd like to do. And yeah, so we'll see where the Spirit of God takes us there. Once we have that up and running and posted, we will share so you guys can come along and participate and be a part of that journey. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. You guys have yourself a great day.